the building. It'll be good to see Kevin Durant when he plays again, but he missed his 5th straight game. Kyrie, though, as you saw, hits that 3. Then Bruce Brown, one of Harden's 6 assists in the first quarter. Kyrie. So many ways to hurt you. 42 first quarter points. That's their 9th 40-point quarter of the season. They had 9 all of last year. 4-point lead in the 4th. De'Aaron Fox gets the Kings within 1. Then it's James Harden, the ball fake. Float game. Point. That is a true float game right there with leads back to 5. Kyrie. Left hand finger roll. 21 and 7 for him. Big story of the night's Brown. Harden got 29 and 14 and 11, but Brown goes for a career high 29 points. Kick it to him. His night. And the Nets win 127 to 118.
Assessment of Bruce Brown, what he does for this team, and the night that he had for the career high 29.
He does a little bit of everything. He's a guy that just goes out there, competes his butt off every single night, and great things happen for him. Especially with the talent level that we have on this team. Sometimes we need him to play center, catch, set screens and roll to the basket. He's an unbelievable cutter. And tonight, he showed us he's capable of knocking down the 3-ball. So he does it all. He works his butt off, and when you work your tail off and just keep grinding and pushing, good things happen for you. And I'm so happy for him, and I'm proud of him.
The run that you guys have been on, is it just a natural progression? Was it the Pistons game? Was there a conversation that sparked the increased intensity? What would you say has sparked this run where you guys have just really been locked in and reeling off 7 straight wins?
Might have been that Pistons game. It's not the one thing particular. It might have just been like, we're tired of losing and let's start winning. And by any means necessary, whatever it takes. And each guy's been locked in. We've had so many, or a few, guys in and out lineups or whatnot, but the next man up and the next man ready to go. Obviously Jeff TLC was out tonight, but just guys came in and was prepared and played big minutes, and they stepped up.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey James, I was just curious what you thought of the Knicks game tonight, it being the first time you played with them this season.
What was that?
Just what you thought of Nick Claxton's game tonight, being it
Very good. He's great. Set screens, roll to the basket. Obviously, it's his first time out there all season long, or since I've been here. So it felt good. I'm happy for him to be actually on the court. As I've been here, he's been training and trying to get in shape and trying to get healthy and get his body right. So it felt good. I'm sure for him to be on the court and actually, showing the work that he's been putting in. So. As the games continue to go on, he'll get more confidence, and he'll continue to be better.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey James, might seem like a weird question, but what does it do for a team to win 7 in a row? Like, does it give you guys an extra feeling about yourselves? Like, what's the feeling now that you guys have won these many games in a row?
We have to continue to keep going. This always is a tough game coming off a long road trip, whether it's legs, whether it's just the travel, whatever the case may be. And, we kept talking about it all day, even this morning in the shoot around that, we got to be prepared. It's going to be a tough game, but we got to be locked in, whether it's our legs or whatever the case, no excuses. And we came out and showed that tonight from the beginning of the game. So we just got to continue to keep going, get some rest, and be prepared every single game.
Tom Dowd with BrooklynNets.com.
James, there were a couple of guys tonight who really hadn't played before, not just Nick, but Andre and Shump. How was it just kind of getting in a rhythm with all those guys and, working with them?
It's easy for us, like now, especially, our roles are defined. So those guys come in and they know exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and they came in and did an unbelievable job of it. And that's what's so great. I think that's why we're more comfortable now, because guys know their roles and know what to expect from themselves and the rest of our team. And, once everyone has an understanding of that, as a team, we're much better. No matter who checks in the game, and that's why we've been so efficient. As far as when one guy goes down and one guy isn't in that night, then the next guy is up and he knows what his role is. So we have to continue that, and we have done a really good job of it as of lately.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey James, got 2 quick questions for you. One, Is this a game, a lot's been discussed about your guys' record against quote, losing teams. Is this a game that you guys might not have won 2 or 3 weeks ago? And in terms of the All-Star game, obviously you've made a string of them in a row, but I mean, is there any different feeling if you're going to be going to an All-Star game with 2 teammates, assuming that KD is healthy and present?
What was the first question? Oh, yeah. No, I think for us, you know, we can't worry about what happened 2 weeks ago or our mindset. I think now we're in a whole different mindset. And, you know, we just got to stay that way. I think we don't look at the names on the jersey. We look at ourselves and figure out how can we be great every single night. And, you know, we prepare ourselves as much as we can, and we go out there and play our brand of basketball every single night. And as of lately, we've been doing that at a high level, in which we'll continue to do that. And then for the All-Star game, it's always a blessing. That means you're doing something right. That means you've been playing extremely well up to that point, and you never want to take opportunities like that for granted. You know, so I'm blessed. I'm fortunate to be a part of my 9th All-Star game, and you know. Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets, fellas, taking down who? Oh, Kawhi and the Clippers. And who? LeBron and the Lakers. The Nets have the 2nd best record in the East and the best record against teams above 500. Max, did the Nets prove to you that they are the best team in the association?
Not yet. No, they didn't. Now, they're going to be a problem. At the very least, the Nets are a problem. And without, once KD and Kyrie and James Harden and Joe Harris and all these guys are healthy and playing together, they're only going to get better. They're going to be a problem. But have they proved they're the best because they beat a Lakers team without AD? Because they beat a Clippers team where Paul George is on minute restrictions and James Harden gets away gets a call that he didn't deserve after a flop? No, they didn't prove that. Stephen A., I noticed you're not talking about the Knicks this morning, by the way. After all that talk last week, I noticed we're focusing on the Nets. Yes, the Nets are going to be the greatest offensive team of all time, if they're not already. By the end of this season, they will be, by not a little bit, the greatest offensive team of all time. There's only one team in the NBA that is elite, especially when AD is there, on both ends of the floor. Elite, offense and defense, and that's the Lakers. The Lakers are the reigning and defending NBA champions. They basically went wire to wire last year. Gentlemen swept the West 4-1, 4-1, and didn't go even 7 games in the finals against a very plucky Heat team. That's this Lakers team. Did they get better or worse in the offseason? They got better. They got better in the offseason. The defending champions, who never got extended last year's playoffs, who went wire to wire, got better in the offseason. Now, of course, all of this assumes AD's health. If AD is healthy, the Nets and the Lakers will be an epic finals. But I'm not ready to sit here today and say, yeah, it's the Nets. They should be favored. No, the defending champion Lakers, all roads to the championship go through the defending champion Lakers if AD is healthy.
Well, again, if AD is healthy, that's the caveat there. But I don't believe he's going to be 100% for the rest of the season. I think that eventually when he comes back, he's still not going to be 100%, and he's going to be playing relatively timid. He's going to have to watch his lateral movement. He's going to have to watch sharp cuts and things of that nature. He's not going to be himself, and that's the reason that I've got the Brooklyn Nets as the best team in basketball. You got to remember, they've won 5 straight. They've won 6 straight. Think about the road that they went through. They beat Golden State. They beat the Clippers twice. They've beaten the Los Angeles Lakers. When you look at this team right now and the way that they're flowing offensively, they are a juggernaut. Their defense has improved marginally at the very least. They're 12-4 against teams 500 or better, which is the best in the NBA. They've beaten every team in this league that matters. They beat Boston. They beat Indiana. They beaten both LA teams. They beat Golden State. They've beaten everybody, okay? And that's with their roster being relatively sporadic, because whether Kevin Durant was there with Kyrie and no Harden, whether Harden was there with Kevin Durant but no Kyrie, whether Kyrie and Harden was there with no KD. The 3 of them haven't played but a few games together. It doesn't matter. When you look at them right now, even if Kyrie was out, Harden and KD could potentially win you a championship. I don't think Harden and Kyrie could do to win you the chip, but I think they could get you out of the East potentially the way that they're playing basketball right now. Harden's level of unselfishness can't be applauded enough. And watching Kyrie last night, let me tell you something right now. Kyrie's the best show in basketball. I'm talking about in terms of box office attraction, walking through the turnstiles to see a show. The things that this brother does with a basketball is absolutely sensational. And the level of unselfishness that he is showcasing, he deserves a lot of credit for that. Now, in the fourth quarter, he only shot 2 of 9 yesterday, 0 of 4 from three-point range. So there was a little hero ball going on, and we understand that that's something that can't happen if they're going to win the chip. But I'm looking at the shots that he has set up for other people. He's been absolutely sensational. And defensively, they have stepped up. And again, the unselfishness with him and Harden getting the Joe Harrises, the Jeff Greens, the TLCs, and others involved, the Bruce Browns. I mean, they are distributing the basketball offensively in terms of Nash with Mike D'Antoni. We've seen a positive impact. There isn't a better team in basketball. And by the way, the one game they had against Utah this year, they beat Utah by 34. I'm just telling you right now, these brothers look absolutely, positively special. And I don't see anybody outside of a healthy Lakers squad with Anthony Davis standing in their way. And he better be 100%.